आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे, आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू अबाउट द फंक्शंस, द कैपेबिलिटीज, द आइडिया, द फिलॉसफी बिहाइंड लॉन्चिंग द डिजाइन एकेडमी ऑफ इंडिया. This is a specialized jewelry design and jewelry manufacturing training. We have a plan to create the skilled designers for jewelry industry who can manufacture the jewelry, who can design the jewelry as per international standards, who can actually make the designs out of the box for international market. First of all, what we are starting up is the introduction of advanced level course for jewelry design and manufacturing, where we will explain designing forecast. Students will actually learn how to forecast a design, how to see what's happening in international market, how to see the color forecasts, how to see the trends forecast. Because now, whatever students are designing, they are only designing what they are thinking in their mind, and then they see is it out of the box, is it appealing to anybody or not. But now with our course, we will teach them how to find out what's happening and then to create something new. We will give them the website addresses, the locations, the links of where they have to find what is internationally happening in Paris and Italy.
So you are directly putting your students to the international market?
We are actually giving the information how to get connected to international market.
First you start with the Indian market, then to the international market, or directly
Yes,
to the international market?
First Indian market and then international market, because both the markets have to be covered. Indian market is also equally important.
And then how?
But international trends are more important. I will just answer your question after we finish the presentation. Then I will take your questions and we will answer all your questions. Maybe your answers are already there. So the brochures, jewelry photography and jewelry photo editing will be taught. Then brochures and catalog making, Corel Draw will be taught. Then basic 3D design planning is there. They will design, they will plan a design on the paper before actually creating it. Then advanced 3D designing on Matrix software. Matrix is an American software which is world's #1 3D jewelry designing software right now. And we will teach designing on that software for almost 20 to 25 days out of 30 days course. Then special effects they can give in rendering with V-Ray. Any design that you have created without actually manufacturing that piece, you can give the special effects of photography and publish it on the websites, on the brochures, on the catalogs, in the print media, because it's a high-res design. From different angles, like on selling portals, you need 4 different angles of a ring. So you don't have to make that ring at all. You don't need any investment. You can just create the design on Matrix, click 4 views. There is an option of saving 4 different views with the description and just post it. Then special effects in rendering V-Ray, converting a design into actual piece by 3D printing. The design that you created in the computer, you can give a print command, and exactly like you print a paper, you can print a 3D design in plastic, in wax. Which will be used as a masterpiece, and then it will go to the factory for creating prototypes. That piece that you have created in 3D will go for silicon dye. There is a liquid silicon material which is used to make a dye, that piece which is kept overnight, and then wax will be injected in that dye to make multiple pieces. Then wax setting for industrial level manufacturing. Wax setting is a very interesting thing which is very common in manufacturing industry, where you actually take a wax piece and set the diamonds in it, in the wax, and then that wax piece is made into a tree which is put into the plaster of Paris, and the plaster of Paris is heated to dry out, and the wax melts out. The diamonds remain there. The plaster of Paris hold the diamonds there, and the area around the wax melts out. So there is an empty space, and we inject liquid melting gold into it, melted gold into it. So a jewelry piece is created with the stones in place. What all we need is just cut it out like we cut the branches of a tree or a flower from a branch, and then just finish and polish it. That's it. Then gemstones handling and jewelry care. Any student going into the jewelry industry doing fashion in jewelry designing, he must know how to handle the various gemstones, how to handle a diamond, how to hold a tweezer, how to look with a magnifier, how to clean the jewelry. They should be able to understand, they should be able to explain to the customer how to handle your jewelry. So that all is there in the course. And finally, jewelry office operations and management. Like once you have the inventory, how to manage your inventory on the Excel sheet, how to create export import invoices, how to create draft different business letters, how to create list of stock, inventory control, everything is there in Excel. This is overall plan of the academy to train. Now I'm starting with 2 courses, which is Dream CAD and Dream Design. Dream Design is a 10 days course, which is a basic design conceptualizing course where we are teaching general fundamentals of gemology, then color harmony, color rhythm, unity, proportions in a design, composition and fabrication of jewelry. This course particularly is not only focused on jewelry. This is a basic designing course which, if you are in graphics industry, you are in fashion industry, you are in automobile industry, any marketing or manufacturing industry you will need these information. These are the basic designing conceptualization where we give you 1000 motifs from different sources which you will get in a manual. The manual looks like this. And this manual will have a hard copy of all the design motifs. So a student will be taught how to take motifs, how to combine them and make a design. That design can be applied in jewelry, that design can be applied in clothing, that can be applied anywhere, even in architecture. So this is the basic concept of design development program which will prepare the student for Dream CAD. Once he understands the basics of gemology, the language, the terminology used in gemology, they will be ready for doing the hardcore manufacturing extreme. They can go to the extreme of designing. So Dream CAD is the second course, which is 30 days long, and it is advanced 3D designing where we start with basic design development, importing the design into CAD from sketches or photographs or catalogs or any sources which the customer has. If a customer gives a design from the catalog, the person has to create the same thing in the CAD in 3D. And from that design, how to take the pictures out, how to edit in CorelDRAW, Photoshop and brochures and everything, and finally how to print it for manufacturing. This whole is 3D designing on CAD. So the name is Dream CAD. It's a 30 days program. 95,000 is the fee structure for this, and 10,000 is the fee structure for the 10 days program. Now the content of Dream Design is elementary design techniques, advanced design techniques, fundamentals of gemology, conceptualizing design with color, harmony, unity, rhythm, proportion, knowledge of technicals for jewelry and fabrication of jewelry. Concept of CAD, Dream CAD is just what I have just explained. There can be 5 different ways of procuring a design into CAD: images of ready pieces, sketch of a design. Jewel CAD is a standard software which has been used in the industry for the last 15 years. The design can be imported into Jewel CAD, into Rhino, then design from Photoshops and CorelDRAW, and customer product pictures. From all these 5 sources, you can import a design into Rhino, into Matrix, and then you can create a 3D design. So we will teach how to convert a 2D into 3D. Once you have a 3D design ready in Rhino, in Matrix, you can convert it, take a 3D picture for printing purpose, take a different views, high resolution picture for printing purpose, and then delete the stones from the design and send the design for casting to the factory. So this is a two-way use. People who are in manufacturing industry can use the software for manufacturing. People who are in just retail, they don't manufacture, they can just take the orders from the design without investing in the inventory at all. Then we have Dream CADs. This is a piece which is never made. It is only manufactured, only made in CAD. It is never manufactured. There is no gold ruby we have ever used, but this looks like a real piece. This is an example of how we can create a picture of realistic looking pieces. Functions of CAD, I have already told: real-time pictures without actually making it, complete model in wax in full accuracy and details, and the best part is it is 100 times faster than handmade manufacturing. Right now in jewelry, what happens is when